let's start with the number of the day. Raise your hand when you know the number of the day.
72,519.
Excellent. What digit is in the 10,000s place? Raise your hand when you know.
7.
Good. What's the value of the 7?
70,000.
So all of our math lessons have 4 main components. It starts with always fluency first, and the fluency can be for different reasons. So it could be review of previously learned material, or it could be anticipation of something that they're going to learn in the future, or it could be something that's going to prepare them for the lesson that day.
Round to the nearest 10.
20.
Round to the nearest 10.
520.
Nearest 10 again.
2,520.
Good. Nearest 10.
72,520.
Good, good, good. Round to the nearest 100. Raise your hand when you know.
500.
Nearest 100 again. Good. Get ready. Raise your hand when you know.
16.
Use that to help you with this.
160. 21.
21. Use it for this.
210.
Knee tap 7s. Ready? Start at 0 to 84. Go.
0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70.
Sit for your second sprint. Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go.
So we always start with fluency. So we did the number of the day, we did the review of multiplication, and we did sprints.
You have 2 word problems today. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do the first word problem.
And then after fluency, we always move into application, which we call the RDW, which stands for read, draw, write. And those are the steps the students use to solve their daily word problems.
Here's where we're going to do what with our partners?
You will ask them what they did, and if the other person thinks that it's wrong, they can work it out together.
Right. So ask them their strategy, and you compare your strategy. If you have a different answer, they're going to work it out again together and see what you got. What happens if I got stuck on step 1?
You ask your partner for help.
Right. This is your opportunity to get help. So 2 minutes. Let's finish number 1.
I do a bar for 3rd grade, and then I do a bar for 1st grade. And my number since was 4th grade raised $369.
So for number 1, I put 437 in a bar for 3rd grade, and then I put 68 less for 4th grade.
Now in the second step, I did 437 plus 369 is 806. And then I draw 2 bars for the 3rd grade, how much they raised, and then 4th grade, how much they raised. And then I wrote the answer under it. And then I said they raised $806 altogether.
I did 436 plus 369, and I got 805 because 6 plus 9 equals 5. Equals 15.
Wait, where'd you
They
get
asked for the
436
total.
for?
They asked for the total, so you got.
Oh, yeah, it did,
I
right
gotta
here.
see on this. You had to add 437. 436. So you think
That's
we
a
should?
437.
Okay, let's read number 1 together. Thumbs up if you're with me. I want to see thumbs, not pencils writing. Thank you. I know you're eager to finish. We're focusing on number 1 today, so that's what we're going to go over before we move to our lesson. Let's read it together. Go.
The third graders raised $437 in a fundraiser.
Okay, that sounded a little mushy. Let's try it again. It says the third graders raised $437 in a fundraiser. Go.
The third graders raised $437 in a fundraiser.
During that moment, I feel like they are putting their knowledge to the test. And it's not just responding to me, it's actually using what they know to solve problems independently.
In front of you, you have a baggie of supplies for today. Inside of this bag, you will have 12 shapes, 2 index cards, 1 for you and 1 for your partner, and a red and a blue pencil. Right now, take out the 12 shapes and the index cards. Leave the pencils in the bag. Once you have the 12 shapes, line them up across your desk in alphabetical order. Okay, take a good look at these shapes. What do you notice about all these shapes? You're going to whisper talk to your group, to your partner or your group. What do you notice about all of these shapes? Whisper talk.
All of them are quadrilaterals. Some have angles, right angles. Like the rectangles and squares, they have right angles. This might be a rhombus, I think. That might be a trapezoid.
Okay, I heard some awesome conclusions. What do you notice about all of these shapes?
They all got 4 sides and they're all quadrilaterals.
Awesome. I love it. So, Marvin, did you have something to add?
And they got 4 angles.
Awesome. 4 angles, 4 sides. So we can classify all of them as quadrilaterals. Think of some different ways we can group them. Can we group them in another way other than quadrilaterals?
Parallelograms. And like they're gonna have a one whole thing. And then we got rectangles, rectangles, rhombuses, quadrilateral. Yeah, that's mostly it. Trapezoid. Yeah, that's mostly it.
How can we group these a little bit differently? Elijah.
They're parallelogram. Some of them are parallelogram.
Okay, and what is a parallelogram?
Sides that never will touch or meet together, they'll go opposite ways.
So, show me with your hands again what parallel lines look like.
Like, they'll go like this. They will never touch.
Very good. That's important. They're never going to touch. All right, let's take a look at this paper. We're going to do this together. As soon as you get it, put your name and date at the top. Which of these polygons can we say are quadrilaterals? Let's start listing the letters on our chart. So I'm going to do this with you on the board. You're going to do it on your own paper. You have your pencil. Let's start. Is shape A quadrilateral?
Yes.
B?
Yes.
C?
Yes.
D?
Yes.
E?
Yes.
F?
Yes.
G?
Yes.
H?
Yes.
I?
Yes.
J?
Yes.
K?
Yes.
L?
Yes.
So all of them are. So let's put all of those letters in. And then select one. Select one shape to draw in the last box where it says sketch one polygon from the group.
During the lesson, it was a surprise to see that so many of them knew the vocabulary, so they knew the terms, parallelograms, quadrilateral, parallel. Even though they couldn't quite define them perfectly, they had some background knowledge on all of these things.
So here I have my 2 rulers. This is line A. I'm going to wait a second because I have 2 friends writing. Line A, this is line B. Okay? Are they parallel? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
No. Yes. 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 No. 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 No.
Why are we saying no? What's going to happen?
If they keep going, they're going to touch.
Right, the lines are going to touch. What's that shape called?
Trapezoid.
Good. How many parallel lines do you see on the shape? Let me help you out. Who's with me? What do you think? Parallel?
No.
No?
Yes.
So how many sets, because we have to put them together, like a pair of shoes, it's a set. How many sets of parallel lines does a trapezoid have?
One set.
Right, one set. I want you to find shapes that have at least one set. They might have two, but they have at least one.
Then they won't touch. And I think this one can continue on and won't touch.
I think that this one is a one because they will never touch. Also,
You think these can touch?
F because they will never touch.
You think these can touch all the way on? So mostly like all the square shapes. Parallel.
So we're working with shapes A through L. Looking at these shapes, let's start at A and work our way. Does A have at least one set of parallel lines?
Yes.
Can you prove it to me? This is shape A. Where are the parallel lines? Where are the lines that will never touch?
Right here, because if they continue on going down, then they won't touch.
Go ahead, Kyrie.
I don't think that because the two top ones will touch as they continue to go.
Right. Common Core may at first seem daunting and challenging, but one thing we took on as a school was just to do our best day by day, plan together in our PLCs as a team, and know that each day we're getting a little bit better. And we're definitely looking forward to next year where we feel we're going to be more comfortable implementing the Common Core standards.
Now we're going to do some work with right angles. And I'm going to show you how to use your index card. So everyone, pick up your index card. This is your right angle tool. What you're going to do is use one corner of your index card, just like you did in second grade. You did this in second grade. You're going to use the corner to show a right angle. So I'm going to show you on the board. Watch me as I show you these angles, and you tell me if they're right angles or not. So my index card I made orange so it could stand out. If it fits perfectly in the angle, it's a right angle. Is this a right angle?
Yes.
How about here?
No.
Okay, wait till I put it in the answer. Let's wait. Don't answer until I'm ready. Ready? Wait. What do you think?
No.
No.
That one's not. Wait, yes it is. Yes.
No. See, the top part came out. Only 3 shapes of 4. The F is too small.
Turn to the front of your paper. What did you notice? As we worked our way through, the more attributes I gave you, did the number of shapes get smaller or larger when I gave you more attributes? Turn and talk. What do you think? The more attributes I gave you, did the number get larger or smaller?
It got smaller because see, first one is ball, then it's a little bit smaller, smaller.
It gets 2.
Very good. What do we think? We think
Smaller.
right. So the attributes that we used help define the shapes. Now, one thing all the shapes in your bag had in common was they were what? What were they? Indy.
They were all quadrilateral.
Very good. They all had 4 sides and 4 angles. And we call that what, everyone?
Quadrilateral.
Good. So tomorrow we're going to talk more about quadrilaterals and different attributes. But today, I want to see how much you learned. So you're going to go back to your seat. You're going to do your exit ticket, hand it in, and we'll use that to start the lesson for tomorrow. You will have 2 minutes to get this done.
This is the very first lesson of the module that we just began on geometry. So the students today spent some time with quadrilaterals, and then we're going to continue with the other shapes. And then we're going to also learn to find perimeter of other shapes as we progress through the module.